Hi, my name's Gracie.
My name's Annie.
And we are now NYU Stern sophomores. And we are twins. And we both got a full tuition scholarship to NYU Stern. So we wanted to share with you our applications to let you know how we got there. So to give you a little background, we are from Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, a really small island off of South Carolina. We went to a school with a graduating class of 60-something, so we came from a really small school, and it did not seem possible to get to a big university like NYU and to get a full tuition scholarship and to both get in and get the same scholarship. Pretty crazy. We're in the Berkley Achievement Scholars program, which is great. And starting off, we're going to share with you the classes, the AP classes that we took in high school and the scores that we got. So I took AP Environmental Science and I got a 5. We both did AP Calc and I got a 5.
I got a 5 in AB, and then I took AP Calc BC and got a 5.
AP Lang, I got a 4.
I got a 5.
AP Bio, I got a 4. That class was so hard.
I got a 5.
AP Seminar, I got a 5. That was easy.
I got a 5.
AP Gov, I got a 4. Should have gotten a 5.
I got a 4. Should have gotten a 5.
AP Stats, I got a 3.
I got a 5.
AP Capstone, I got a 4.
You mean AP Research?
Oh, AP Research, I mean.
I also got a 4.
And AP Lit, I got a 3.
AP Lit, I got a 5.
Can you tell these 3s of mine were senior year when I was already in and didn't care?
I'll say the APs that I took that Gracie didn't. I took AP World, I got a 5. AP Chemistry, I got a 3. AP Spanish, I got a 5.
Now for test scores, I decided to go test optional. So this is a great example that test optional or submitting test scores doesn't make a big difference. Like, we have strengths in different areas. So I did test optional, but I got a 31 on the ACT. I just didn't feel like that reflected me that well.
I took the ACT twice. On the second time I got a 35, but my super score, which was all the individual scores brought together, was a 36.
Then for the clubs that I was in high school, I was a part of Zonta for 3 years. And for one of the years, I was the fundraising liaison. And then my senior year, I was the president.
I was also a part of Zonta for 4 years. And I was the vice president my junior and senior year.
We were both a part of the National Honor Society and the Spanish Honor Society. And then we were also both a part of Teens for Healthy Youth.
And I was the vice president of Teens for Healthy Youth senior year.
So more activities, extracurriculars. I was big into volleyball, so I did a year of JV and then 3 years of varsity, as well as the beach volleyball academy at my high school and a beach volleyball club.
I was a part of my orchestra, so I played cello all of middle school and all 4 years of high school.
See, again, like strengths, music, sports, more AP classes. I got the same scholarship, so it's fine. And then we both worked starting when we were 14. So I worked 4 summers at a bakery one summer, a pizza place the next summer, and then the following 2 summers I worked at a beach restaurant.
I worked at a barbecue restaurant since we were 14. I worked there in the summer, and then I worked there throughout the school year, and then the following summer, it burnt down. RIP, but they rebuilt it, but it's okay. And so then I worked at another restaurant for the remaining years of high school, and I still worked there this summer.
And so my number 1 activity on my Common App was my TikTok account, since I pursued that through junior and senior year, and I was heavily monetizing it. So it was like a full-time job while also doing what felt like 1,000,001 APs. So that was number 1. And then I also wrote my Common App essay about my TikTok account and how it relates to business, since I was applying to the Business Technology and Entrepreneurship program. So I have a separate video just reading my essay if you want to hear what I wrote. And you can be goofy. Like, be goofy in your essays, be silly in your essays, and don't listen to all the advice everyone gives you. Because, like, I don't think the Why NYU essay is a thing anymore, but when I was writing mine, everyone in real life and online was just like, don't say New York is why you want to go to NYU. If you say New York is why you want to go, they're not going to let you in. New York is like 80% of why I want to go to the school. Of course I'm going to write that and tell them that and tell them why. And I'm in. So, like, don't listen to everybody because they're stupid.
True.
So for volunteering, we also volunteered quite a bit. I did a lot with the after school program at my school, especially, silly story, guys. I also did varsity basketball for a year, LOL. And
I forgot about that.
Me too, blocked it out. And like during that, it sucked. And I also hurt my back. And so at the same time as that, I was also doing the beach volleyball academy that was like on the sand of the playground. So then I hurt my back, so I couldn't do anything. And then I just played with the little kids the whole time and then just like stayed after. So I got really big into the after school program. I loved volunteering with the little kids.
I also volunteered with the little kids, not as often though.
Yeah.
But I still did.
We both did the Humane Society a lot every summer since middle school up until graduation. And we also, not at the end of high school, more at the beginning, we did the Children's Center. And then during senior year, we did a community service project together called Pause to Help to raise donations from our neighborhood and like local people for the Humane Society. We got like...
We kind of slayed that. We got a lot of donations of like food and toys and beds.
We got like a lot of stuff.
And blankets.
It was very successful.
Yes.
And then for awards, I got the MVP for JV volleyball, and then for the 3 years I was on varsity, I got the Scholar Athlete Award, which is just the highest GPA on the team. And I got the Mayor's Youth Service Award, which I think was 50 hours of community service. I put this on the Common App, even though it was like not the craziest, but like I'm applying to business and I wanted to show that I was well-rounded. So I put the first place chemistry award for my school's science fair. Even though it's kind of like your school science fair, is that the like most important award to put on the application? But I thought it was because it was showing that I can do science too. Then I was on trustee honor roll. We both were the entire time of middle school and high school, which is the highest honor roll. And then I was also an AP Scholar with distinction.
For my awards, I was an AP Scholar with distinction. I also received the Scholar Athlete Award when I was doing JV volleyball freshman year.
Before she quit.
Before I quit. I was also trustee honor roll, and then I received the Wake Forest Book Award, which I basically think the awards are just chosen by like all of our teachers. They just choose who gets these awards. And then I also received the Academic Award for AP Government. And I thought that was a good thing to stand me out, you know?
Yeah, so...
Also, I received second place in some category of science fair, and I think I included that just to show well-roundedness.
What was your GPA?
Well, my overall high school GPA was weighted. It was 5.34, but when I applied, it was 5.23.
My weighted GPA was 5.08, I believe. I couldn't find my transcript, guys. But this video is basically to show you that you can be pretty different. Like, I definitely, once I started TikTok, I definitely fell off academically a little more. Like, I didn't fall off. I was still getting really good grades. But I just didn't care that much. But because I was putting more time on the TikTok, then I could write my essay about that. So, like, it kind of balanced out. And, like, you were more... No TikTok, so you were more...
I feel like
school.
I was more, like, academically strong and with test scores strong, and you were more personality strong.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I just randomly, I got some, I might have as well put guys, you can't log into your Common App after you're like done and in college. I also put, I did a lot of pottery and no, I didn't get the award. I got some award. I can't remember. And then also I was like featured in an art show on the island. So I put that somewhere to show like, oh, I'm sciencey, I got an award. I'm artistic, I got an award. Like, try to just show like all the aspects of your personality. Don't go too strong one way and then you won't seem well-rounded, if that makes sense.
Well, that's when we were applying, but you never know. Colleges these days may want specialization. We were talking about that in my management class.
Oh. And yeah, I think we can make some follow-up videos for you if you want to know what NYU is like. Oh, and if you're worried about, like, you're from a small school, like we said, our graduating class was 60-something people. So I got in, Annie got in, and 2 other girls from our school got in. So that's 4 people, which is crazy. And for, like, the previous 5 years, no one from our school had gone to NYU. So that seemed crazy. So, because when Annie, I did early decision 1, by the way, and she did early decision 2. And I got an early decision 1, and so did someone else. And then Annie's like, oh my God. Like,
I was like, what if there's not a seat for me?
They're never going to accept a 3rd person from this tiny random school in South Carolina. But guys, they did. And they accepted another girl. So don't get hung up on that. Don't compare yourself to other people. Y'all have different strengths. And yeah, it also depends what you're applying to. Like, I was applying to business, tech, and entrepreneurship. So obviously I'm writing an entrepreneurship essay.
I was applying just to business, but I early on said that I wanted to concentrate in marketing, and I talked about how I have a passion for fashion and makeup, and how, like, in my Why NYU essay, I talked about that's why I want to be in New York, because it's a sector for all those things.
So if you have any questions, let us know, and I think that's it. Good luck. See you on campus. Wink, wink.